All right, welcome to the Collector's Pack.
Welcome,
Pretty
everybody.
awesome. Yeah,
Hi, guys.
Episode 4.
episode 4. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah,
we're getting there.
Very good. Long way to go before we get to 10, it feels like.
yeah.
That's all right. We'll get there slowly but surely.
That's it.
Yeah, that's right. How's your
So
week
what's
been, guys?
Yeah,
Good.
I've had a pretty awesome week. I've been redoing the collector room, so you'll see I've got some different toys and things coming up.
It's looking
everything-
awesome.
Yeah, thanks, man.
I love it, mate.
Getting all the lighting and stuff putting in, but yeah, it should be pretty awesome soon. So yeah,
Looks wicked.
looking good so far. Yeah. How about yourself, Scott? What have you been up to?
Nothing tremendously exciting going on in the last few days in my world. Unfortunately, no fun arrivals in the way of new vintage items for the collection. If anything, my focus over the last week or so has actually been selling some items.
Cool.
Doing the Facebook Marketplace thing, trying to reorganize the collection room a little bit. I don't know if I mentioned this to you guys, but I've got a new TV, like a new old CRT TV for the collection room. It's actually one of my family's my childhood TV that's been found in my dad's storage, which is pretty cool. So that's coming into the collection room, but I had to make way of the old Sony Trinitron, get rid of that. So I had people come and look at that over the weekend and just bits and pieces. I think we spoke about it in the last stream where, or maybe just, in previous discussions, when you start collecting, you collect really broad. And then as you start to get a bit more focused, I'm just like, there's things I don't really need, like slot cast sets and bits and pieces like that. So my focus over the last few days has been just moving on a couple of the bulkier items out of the collection room to make way for new things. I've got 2 new cabinets coming, which is awesome. So yeah, just my last week or so has just been getting organized. Nothing tremendously exciting.
Yeah,
it's got to be done.
Exciting.
I'd second that. I've been selling some things on Facebook as well to get some extra funds for Sydney. So yeah,
nice.
But it's all good.
That's good, mate.
People are saying a dirty word, selling toys. I better put my fingers in it.
Still a trade, yeah. But actually, sorry, I should say I had an awesome weekend at Nexus Toy Fair, and just did a little episode on that one. So it was really cool to get out and find some really cool vintage toys and get amongst it basically.
That's awesome. How about you blokes?
Well, we do things separately. I've had to kick Andrew away for a few weeks so he can live life on the edge by himself. What have you been up to, Andrew? Without me.
Working out Instagram for the first time.
Oh, that's exciting.
Well, I still haven't worked it out. I don't know what I'm doing, but I've just been cleaning everything up in the toy room for Ryan's arrival. And
get out.
Oh, thanks, man.
So just doing things like that. And
What about you, Matt? What's going on?
Oh, well, I've drifted away from toys this week. I'll show you one later, what I've picked up, and it's beautiful, and a few comics, believe it or not. As kids, we had a couple of comics, and not a lot. And for some reason, I can remember every issue, and it's just odd issues, like Captain America's, Spider-Man, and I remember the front covers, and I've just got off
Monique.
Just got off and found them super cheap. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Couple of toys as well.
So Matt, when it comes to the comics, do you display them in a certain way, or because that's I don't have a lot of comics, but that's kind of something I've found with comics. They don't lend themselves necessarily to display as easy as action figures.
Yeah, no, I don't display them because I don't have the room. And I just put them in the plastic bags with the cardboard covers, like a cardboard backing to keep them so they don't bend. These comics are quite well used anyway.
Tailors.
Hey, Tailors, hello.
So I've actually pulled them out and had a read of them, a couple of them this week. So
nice.
I'm not fussy. It's more by just reading them and just going, I remember this as a 12-year-old buying this comic and rereading it.
Takes you right back.
Cool.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, that's been me so far. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, should we bring our guest on?
Definitely.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Alrighty. So, something extra special for the show today. We're still, getting our bearings with the collector's pack format and these live streams, but we wanted to do something a little bit special. And I think, provided you guys are comfortable with it, I think it's something that we will do on an ongoing basis. Is just have some different faces on the show, and I personally couldn't think of a better guest for the first special guest version of the collector's pack than Phil from the YouTube channel Treasures for Trigger. Anyone who's in the chat, definitely recommend you guys checking out Phil at YouTube Treasures for Trigger if you're not already following him or subscribing to him. He's also on Instagram. But yeah, I came across Phil. I couldn't tell you. I mean, not too long ago, maybe 6 months ago, something like that. And I came across Phil's videos because he collects a lot of the same toy lines I do. Phil collects a ton of different toy lines, but what originally got me to stumble across his channel and subscribe to his channel was the Hasbros. Phil collects the Hasbro WWF figures, as myself and Matt do. But Phil collects a lot of other stuff: G.I. Joe, Transformers, Ninja Turtles. But the really cool thing about Phil's channel and Phil's collecting experience is Phil's a Kiwi in Japan, and a big part of Phil's channel is just bringing to YouTube the experience of collecting toys in Japan. Japan is a mecca for vintage toys, but if you're not, if you are from Australia or New Zealand, it's a different experience than if you're Japanese. So in Phil's channel, you get a pretty unique collecting experience, and for that reason and more. And just because he's a really good bloke, looking forward to having a chat with Phil today. So I think Phil's waiting, is he?
He is, yeah. So we're just going to bring him in now.
Excellent.
Hey, Phil.
There he is.
How you going?
Wow, what a build-up. The nerves. Yeah. Nice to meet you guys, finally.
Yeah, nice to meet you as well,
You too, Phil.
Chatting online for such a long time. Yeah, it's a privilege to be on the show tonight. So yeah, especially for allowing a Kiwi on board with a bunch of Aussies. It's very special.
Oh, that's awesome, mate. No, we're really happy to have you.
It's good to have you.
It's always funny, isn't it? Like you chat on Instagram, you chat in the comments. For however long a period of time, you kind of feel, and also watching people's YouTube videos. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I feel like I know people just from watching videos. So it's it's a bit of a trip to actually get to meet even in this digital format for the first time, mate. So, welcome aboard.
Yeah. We didn't even meet backstage beforehand. This is
Right.
live for everyone to see. Yeah,
just chucked you in the deep end there.
Yeah. No, it's awesome to be here.
Can I just add, like from Scott's intro there, I have to say that I not just enjoy the toy aspect of your channel, Phil. I really enjoy just your view on where you live. Just going to that game the other day, Japan and France. Going on a toy hunt to Japan, just seeing some of those cultural things as well in Japan. That I find that fascinating.
I think that's something that I've just started doing, sort of getting out of the house a bit more. And I think there's probably only so much people can watch of me just unboxing things. So I like to get out a bit, and it's for my friends and family back home as well, because I haven't seen a lot of them for a very long time. So they're always interested to see what I'm up to. So it's not all just toys, but it's I guess the adventure I'm trying to live while I'm over here. So it's good fun.
Oh, that's awesome, mate. Well, I mean, Phil, we don't want to put you on the spot, mate, but as long as you're here,
I've got a beer, so I can.
Oh, beautiful!
Cheers!
Cheers to Phil!
Cheers to Phil!
That's it.
Cheers, guys.
So yeah, like I said, Phil, don't mean to put you on the spot, mate, but we're definitely
All
keen
good.
to take
All
advantage
good.
of the opportunity of you being here to
Yeah.
learn a little bit more about yourself, mate, particularly from a collecting aspect. But I gotta just come straight out with it, mate. Can we know once and for all, treasures for Trigger? Is there a story there?
Yeah,
What's it mean?
Because Phil, I'm
it's,
pretty sure, mate, the first couple of videos of yours that I was watching, I was in the comments
Yeah.
saying, Trigger, this is awesome, you know, like
yeah.
so
Yeah, it is a bit of a long-winded tongue twister. A few people have difficulty saying it.
I did
But
too.
basically, yeah. My surname is it's a bit of a boring story, but my surname is Trigurtha. So Trigger is like a sort of a nickname for it's like a family nickname basically. So
Oh, gotcha.
that's where the Trigger part comes from. And yeah, just my wife and I were just sort of sitting down and trying to suss out names for my channel, and we thought maybe toys for Trigger or something. But yeah, then I thought the channel would probably have more than just toys, like some adventures around Japan as well. So yeah, treasures is just something that we came up with in the end. Also, my wife, she's Japanese, obviously. She's quite superstitious, and so she counted the number of characters in the name Treasures for Trigger, and apparently it's a good luck number. So I just
Oh,
went with
You just went with
she
it.
knows more. She knows more than I do. So, but
Oh,
yeah,
that's
that's
awesome.
basically where Treasures for Trigger comes from.
No,
A
I
few
like it.
of my mates call me Trigger as well, but yeah, it is like a family nickname, I guess.
Gotcha.
I'm glad it's not after the horse, the famous film horse.
The one that got shot. Oh, Zazel, there you go. How you going, buddy?
Yeah. Zazel's in. He's a good supporter of yours, isn't he, Phil?
Yeah, I can't say enough about Zazel. He's been awesome since I joined YouTube. So yeah, I've been on YouTube about 12 months probably. But yeah, Scott, yourself, Zazel has just been amazing. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend his YouTube channel as well. It's magic. So, yeah, it's a great community. The YouTube collector community is that's just been a sort of added icing on the top from starting the toy collecting journey, is getting to meet some awesome people from different parts of the world. So it's good for me because sometimes I feel a bit isolated in Japan with the language barriers and things like that. So yeah, the YouTube community has just been awesome. So I'm really enjoying it, and yeah, great to meet good chaps like yourselves.
Oh, mate, you're a great part of the community. You know what I mean? It's the community is kind of about going both ways and supporting one another, and totally, you definitely appreciate the support and you give it back. So mate, no, that's awesome. But so Phil, you mentioned you've been doing YouTube for about 12 months or so.
Yeah.
Were you collecting for a long time prior to that, or
no?
And so how long so we're interested to know how long you've been collecting, and was there something that kicked it along? Was it something that you did back in New Zealand? Was it something that you stumbled across in Japan and a kind of a passion that you fell into there? Yeah, we'd love to know.
Yeah, so I've been in Japan about 3.5 years. I did not collect at all in New Zealand. The thought never crossed my mind. So it's a bit of a strange reason, but basically 2 years ago when lockdown started with Corona, we got locked down in Japan as well. And so I was stuck at home for a long time with sort of twiddling my thumbs and nothing much to do. And I don't know if it happened with you guys in Australia, but this thing started happening on Facebook where people would post their top 10 favorite music albums of all time, and you'd tag your friends. And one of my friends tagged me in it at one point, and so I joined that. And every day I added a new album. And I like my retro music as well as my retro toys. So, I was uploading things like Bon Jovi, Guns N' Roses, and it got me thinking, damn, I really want to get these CDs back again, because when I left New Zealand, in a panic, I sold my entire CD collection. And I really regretted that. So when this Facebook post thing started, I thought, screw it, I'm going to try and find a way to recollect these CDs again. So I asked my wife, where in Japan can I go online to find used CDs so I could build up the collection? So she gave me a couple of websites, and I started looking for CDs, and I grabbed a few. And then for some reason, a few vintage toys started popping up when I was searching. And I've got one of them on one of the first things I bought. I've come prepared. Was this guy here? This is a Transformer Starscream. It's a reissue, but it's got the old school packaging and the artwork from what I can remember when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I fell in love with it straight away. And it's like, shit, I have to buy that. And I bought it, and I haven't looked back since. So I dropped the CD searching very, very quickly. And then focused all my energy on collecting toys. So I've got my good mate Craig, who tagged me in that Facebook sort of CD sharing thing a few years ago to thank for that. So a bit of a roundabout way to start collecting, but that's how I sort of started anyway.
That's crazy though. It's like it's kind of serendipity, it was just like a bit of a chance course of events, and you kind of find something that you want to go all in with. That's awesome.
Yeah. I never saw it coming. It's not something I planned for. It just happened.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I think I must have been feeling a lot of nostalgia, wanting to grab something nostalgic or something that I could grab and hold. So the toys.
Yeah. But I can definitely understand your lifestyle being in Japan, having a certain amount of isolation, for lack of a better word, in terms of the language and so on. It kind of I can understand you kind of wanting at times to reach for things that are comfortable, that are familiar, and you just happen to be in a place where, from what I understand, Phil, correct me if I'm wrong, I follow a couple of different YouTube channels where people are in Japan, like the Tokyo Toy Bastard. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that channel. And also Slimehouse TV, one of my favorite YouTube channels, a guy named Theo Kane in the UK, but does like trips to Japan and just fills up suitcases with vintage toys and a lot of specifically Japanese stuff as well, like all the kaiju and monster stuff and Safubi and all those kinds of toys. Japan seems like a wicked place to be a vintage toy collector or a toy collector in general, art toys, whatever it might be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, there's so much out there. And now I'm living a little bit. We moved about 4 or 5 months ago, and now I'm living just on the outskirts of Tokyo. So, there's plenty of chances for me now to head in and do a bit of hunting and shop, because it's fun doing it online, but I think the thrill of finding things in store is even better. So, looking forward to doing a bit more of that.
Awesome.
Phil, do you find that being in Japan, you have sort of like with the vintage toys, there's more like Transformers, or you were showing a lot of G.I. Joes over anything else, sort of like, because the Transformers are Japanese. So you think that there'd be a lot more there. But do you find it easy to...
Yeah, the amount of Transformers is just unreal. Like it just blows my mind. So that obviously probably is number one. There is a lot of Ninja Turtle stuff as well. That back in the day that must have been fairly mainstream. So that's pretty high up. G.I. Joe, not so much, I don't think. They did bring out a line, I think in about 1986 or 87, but for whatever reason, it wasn't popular in Japan. But I've been able to find a bit of... Sorry?
We were just sorry. I was saying we watched your video and we loved the translator on the little on the cards, because it made no sense. It actually, when it translated it made no sense whatsoever.
Yeah, the literal translation. Yeah, in part one, Phil. In part one, where you said, in part two of this series, I'm going to be translating. I'm thinking, this will be awesome. Well, let's see what Phil's translation skills are like.
Yeah, no, my Japanese is pretty rough, to be honest. It should be a lot better than it is, but the old Google Translate's my best friend. Sometimes it works, and sometimes it's way off the mark. So it's a bit of fun.
Those G.I. Joe toys that you got, they were mint. I mean, the kid
Ye-
mustn't have played with them.
Yeah, no, yeah,
They're really
exactly. Yeah, he must have got them and hated them. I don't know. Got them as a Christmas present and didn't enjoy them. So
I suppose the kids are a lot more disciplined there when they're playing with their stuff, aren't they?
yeah, that could be a thing. Yeah, a lot of this like the mint on card stuff is usually in really good nick. So I think collectors or adult collectors anyway really do look after their stuff well. And yeah, probably kids as well. They're very, very tidy and yeah, I guess well disciplined over here. So it's good for being a toy collector.
Nice.
Absolutely.
So Phil, in terms of your collecting, mate, the lines that you collect, are they all things that you either had as a kid or wanted as a kid, or have you kind of cast the net wider than that now?
Yeah, to be honest, I basically collect for nostalgic reasons. So it is basically lines that I had as a kid. So yeah, I'm a bit different from guys like the Tokyo Toy Bastard, who obviously do a lot of the Japanese style figures, and that doesn't really do much for me, to be honest. But I have been looking at a few channels, and I am starting to get a bit more interested in different things. But yeah, at this point, it's still like I guess the American released figures. But they do have a bit of a twist because a lot of them have obviously the Japanese packaging and the artwork's a bit different as well. So, for instance, this is a GI Joe. So I don't know how familiar you guys are with like the American GI Joe release, but the artwork is really, really different, and so it's quite cool. I'm collecting things that bring back memories from my youth, but also it is slightly, it feels new because obviously I haven't collected the Japanese releases or had the Japanese releases before. So it's quite
interesting
nice
to see, Phil, because I don't collect GI Joe, but the GI Joe figure card art is like, is like burnt into my memory just how iconic it is. You know what I mean? So it's crazy to see, really kind of iconic lines like Joe's. The packaging is so different. Like I've seen examples, for instance, Dino Riders, how different the packaging was for the Japanese releases. So, and like I was mentioning before when I was giving you the big intro, Phil, that's definitely an interesting part of watching your videos is like seeing the familiarities, but also the differences. It's like it's familiar, but it's kind of also jarring. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that's what I found interesting. So I'm pleased that you've found that interesting as well.
For sure. Alrighty. Well, where did we want to go from here, boys? Have you got pickups to share? Did you want to get into some challenges? Do we have questions we need to answer, or we just keep going through?
Yeah, I reckon we maybe start with a challenge, and then we'll get the audience to kind of guess they'll pick the best winner, I guess.
Yeah, they'll give us a hand in deciding who wins each round.
Yeah.
Phil, you on board for a couple of challenges, mate?
Totally, dude. Nothing would be better than beating a few Aussies in a game. That's for sure. I'm up for it.
I'm joining your team, Phil. I love the Kiwis and the cricket, so I'm with you, man. Oh, wrong way. That way.
Well, I'm technically half Kiwi because my mum's from New Zealand originally.
There you go.
Yeah, Hamilton. Yeah, North.
I thought there was something pretty decent about you. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, mate. Cheers. All right. Well, let's kick it off with the first one. So, we're looking for a figure that glows in the dark.
Okay.
Do we need to turn off the lights to demonstrate it, or
might probably hard stop, but yeah.
Figure that glows in the dark.
I'm pleased you gave me a heads up about these categories.
Yeah.
I was struggling with this one.
All right, so I'll go first. So I've got a Predator, glow in the dark Predator figure by Kenner.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's got all these weapons. So that's pretty cool.
It's cool. Like almost the whole figure glows.
Yeah, like when I turn the light off in the collector room, all I can see is this.
Oh, that's wicked.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
All right, I'll go next. You might have to take my word for it that this does indeed glow, but I've got the TMNT 1993 Leo as Wolfman.
Oh,
figure.
cool.
Unfortunately, nah, it's not dark enough. Unfortunately, not complete.
We'll take your word for it.
Yeah, you have to have a word for it.
So does his shirt glow in the dark, or?
Yeah, so basically, just like all the Universal Monsters TMNT line, they've all got like glow in the dark details. So Raph as
cool.
the mummy is almost completely glow in the dark, and then that figure you picked up, Ryan, Mike as Frankenstein has all these like bolts and screws that glow. So yeah, Leo's like ripped shirt glows. Yeah, it's a sweet figure though. I like this line with the turtles. Like I mentioned before, like I'm stopping at 1992, but I had to make an exception for these guys. I loved anything like monster and classic horror character related as a kid. So if I was still collecting turtles in 93, I would have been all about these guys. So that's mine.
How about you, Andrew? What do you got?
I've got glow in the dark Swamp Thing.
Oh,
nice.
So he does glow in the dark. He's really does glow. I think they paint him with radioactive paint, but he's quite good.
It's a cool line, that Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
It's a really good line, that. Yeah.
That's
all right, Phil, what have you got?
Okay, I was really struggling with this, and I found the one thing I've got, and I thought Scott's probably going to choose the same thing because he's my TMNT influencer. So I've got TMNT as well. I've got Raph as the mummy on a very rough card. So yeah, I'm like you, Scott. This is one where I'm like, should I bust him out of the card or not?
That card doesn't look too bad.
The bubble's very yellowed. Like probably the bubble the bubble would probably glow in the dark as well. It's that yellow. But
it's unpunched.
It's unpunched. Yeah. It's got the wee. You get the wee Japanese sticker at the bottom too, which covers the file card, unfortunately. But yeah.
I thought you were going to bring out someone's going to bring out an ectoplasm Ghostbuster or something, I thought.
Like a slimed, Ecto Glow Heroes. Oh, man.
I haven't got any of those. I've been trying to get them.
I want them so bad.
They are rare as hen's teeth, those ones.
Rare as rocking horse.
So, Phil, if you track any down, let us know.
Right.
Sure.
I'm bringing out the big guns, and this is original, not an Origins. This is an original Scare Glow complete. Now, I don't know if he still glows. I imagine he may not, but...
Well, he's got glow in his name.
Yeah, that's right. So he's got a glow, right? So there you go. That's my take on the glow.
Is that a vintage one, Matt?
Yeah.
That's an original.
Beautiful. Oh, man.
Original. So he's got this beautiful cape there and the original weapon. I've got to get it right. I love this figure. That's great.
Yeah, that's a great figure.
So I guess it's up to the audience now. In our chat, you have to write in the chat, who do you think has got the best figure? Corey's left just at the good time, Corey.
Yeah, he said nice Scare Glow, but yeah.
Oh, so Shane's got Andrew.
One vote for Andrew.
One vote for Andrew. One vote for Matt.
Yeah.
TMT draw. Corey. Okay.
Dean and Sarah are sitting on the fence.
Well, see, Dean's probably gone for one and Sarah's gone for the other.
That might be the case, yeah.
That's what's gone on there.
Swamp Thing. Okay.
Oh, that's my wife. Hey, Shani.
Oh, Shani's not even voting for you, Ryan.
Hello. All right.
That's a bit rough.
Hey, Shani. All right, where are we at? Has anyone been adding up?
Daniel says Scare Glow. Monique says Predator.
Okay.
So and Zazel said Swamp Thing.
We're all got 1 point each, I think, at the moment.
I've got 2. So's Andrew.
Oh, you got 2. Okay.
Yeah,
so I think maybe out of Andrew and Matt, whoever gets the next vote might get this one.
Yeah. Who's going to cast that winning vote? Swamp Thing. Let's go,
Swamp
Figure.
Thing.
Oh, 100%.
Yay.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding.
Andrew.
All right,
Because it's
so
got
Andrew
two
wins.
accessories. That's why.
Ah, very sweet.
Right.
Good on Swamp Thing.
Good old
Yeah.
Swamp Thing.
They're getting harder to find those figures too.
They are.
All
Every
right,
now and then they
so-
come up on eBay for like a carded version, and for
Mm.
$60-$70, and you kind of just got to grab it if you're after it.
That's
How
it.
old are they? Are they
Early
Like
90s,
in the
I
80s?
think. 90,
early 90s?
Yeah, I'd have to look
Oh, yeah.
on the. Where's my glasses?
94.
I'll have a look on a boxed one so I can see the days clear up.
Mm.
There
There you go. Go Figure says 91.
There you go.
91. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
1991 was just a great time for action figures. I mean,
Yeah.
Turtles
Yeah.
was going strong. You had Toxic Crusaders.
Yep.
It was all
Mike
happening.
and Mice and Mars,
Yeah.
Street Sharks.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure came out in 1991. Like and Swamp Thing, obviously, just tons of random lines.
Yeah, it's got. I mean, the vehicle's
think
got 1990 on it, but that's when maybe the cartoon started.
Yeah, I think so. Because they did those, was it 5 episodes? No,
Pardon?
a couple more. I
Yeah.
can't even remember. We did a whole video on it, Andrew. I can't remember how many episodes I did. That was etched into my memory. What's our next category?
Next category is a figure that starts with S.
Oh,
The letter S.
Yep.
with the thing on the spot here. Yes.
Yeah.
Did you not get the memo about the letter S?
No.
Oh,
All right, Phil, you
I've
we'll
got
finish
one.
with you, mate. You take your time. We'll finish with you on this one.
Yeah.
I've got one. Zazel will be happy with my
Well, if it's double S, does that mean you get extra points?
choice.
maybe.
While we're there, I actually watched the I actually finally got around to watching Scuba Pete's flag video for Icon, and I tell you what, that flag, and he's got them all set up on the flag, and I had to have a laugh because he's got the Sergeant Slaughter figure. He's actually holding up another character like he's going to body slam him, and I just laughed. Just thought that was hilarious.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
Hey,
It's a great
Scott, did you
video,
know
that.
about this submarine that the Totally Tailors have brought up?
Yeah, it's one of the later vehicles in the line.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a super rare one. I mean, like 175, even incomplete. Look, I don't know for sure. Like, I don't have a very good read on the pricing of a lot of those later vehicles because I'm not really going that far with the line. But
No.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Like some of those, like the TMNT, the vintage like bus with the sound stage for like the Music Turtles, and
Yeah.
a lot of those like vehicles that came later on, like they're fucking expensive and hard to come by. Pardon my French,
Wow.
but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, 175 incomplete. Yeah, I don't know.
Send him to the naughty corner, Ryan.
Yeah. All right. See you, Scott. All right.
Can we
all
beat
right,
me?
let's-
Oh no, we're live.
All right. I'll getting back on track. I'll start off. So I have a character called Sutek, who is from Doctor Who, a classic episode, Pyramids of Mars with Tom Baker.
Yes.
Nice.
His eyes did light up, but I think the battery's gone in it. So yeah, needs a new battery.
You
Interesting.
shouldn't let your kid play with it, Ryan. He just keeps pressing the button on it.
I try. Yeah. So that's Sutek.
Sutek is your entry.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. I thought about grabbing Sergeant Slaughter, but not a G.I. Joe, a Hasbro. I didn't, but I did stick with the Hasbros. I've got the Shawn Michaels,
Ah.
the Heartbreak
the
Kid,
Heartbreak
Shawn
Kid.
Michaels.
Yeah.
One of my
Good one.
favorite Hasbros in my collection at the moment. I think this is like maybe 93, like, getting towards the last few waves.
Yeah.
Not an
Nice.
easy one to come by.
Yeah, that's a really hard one to get.
Yeah, for sure, especially in this sort of condition. I found this and another figure on an Australian wrestling figure Facebook group, and the guy who sold me this and the other figure, got them off card and displayed them loose right off the card. So he's in really nice condition. I'm stoked with him. I mean, he wasn't cheap, but yeah, Shawn Michaels, HBK for me.
Beautiful.
I totally agree that the Rockers version of the Shawn Michaels is horrible. I mean, this is a massive improvement in the Hasbro line.
Yeah.
Nostalgic because I had that Rockers figure as a kid, but it's night and day.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, I go off on tangent.
And he hated it so much that he broke the arm off of one version and gave it to me.
That's right. That's right. That was accidental, Matt. I was playing, and you said you wouldn't tell anyone.
Oh, sorry.
Shawn Michaels,
right,
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, Andrew, what do you have?
Well, I was going to be lazy and just grab Star Wars, but I went, that's too obvious. So, so I thought I had Swamp Thing, and then I went because I showed the glow in the dark one. So that threw me. So I just grabbed Big Fig Superman.
Ooh.
Oh,
Look at that! That's, he's modelled off me, but you can see the
Which one's Andrew?
that's right.
He's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, but as Matt knows, I love these big figs, these big action figures. I absolutely love them. I try to grab everyone they made.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right. Shall we go to you, Matt, or Phil? Do you have something?
I got one. Yeah. A 10 hut.
Hey,
Here we go.
Double S.
Double S.
Yeah. Here you go, Hazel. I had to do it.
Oh,
Just
hard.
quietly,
It's a
I've got them on. I've got them on.
Oh.
Stop that.
Yeah, just to double my chances.
All right.
Yeah, I got this
Knocking
guy
it
a
out of the
couple of
park.
weeks ago for a very good price. So, yeah.
Is that signed? Wow.
Yeah, but actually, Zazel was telling me, actually, very interestingly, this isn't actually signed. This isn't signed by Sarge.
Oh.
If someone else had signed it, it's not. It's just a reproduce, but it's not. Yeah, not his signature apparently. Which is
all the Hasbro cards have the wrestler's signature on them.
Oh.
Yeah, but so someone else signed off on his name. So bizarre.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. That's still really cool, though.
There you go.
Yeah,
All right, I'll get mine.
That's awesome.
All right,
All right,
sticking
Matt,
with
what have
the.
you got?
I've got a theme going here, but it's Shriek from Skeleton Warriors.
Yeah.
It's a double S. Shriek from Skeleton Warriors. So she's complete as well, and she struggles to hold a weapon, but she's a beautiful figure.
Look at
She
that
was
hair.
once a beautiful woman before she got turned into a skeleton.
Oh, that's awesome, that figure. I love the Skeleton Warriors. I need to get my hands on some.
Oh, the detail in these things are just amazing. The sculpts on them. I guess it was just a failed line just because I think maybe it was just too scary for children and too much competition maybe with Ninja Turtles or something at the time. But this is a great line. This is Andrew's fault. This is Andrew influencing me with Skeleton Warriors.
Oh, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Has he got lights in his eyes?
No, I think it's just like it's supposed to be a jewel up there, and
it's just reflecting off the eyes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of chrome details.
Yes, a lot of chrome. That's it.
Yeah, that's cool.
The chrome on top is kind of worn away, but a little bit. But around the edges, it's good. So,
beautiful.
Yeah. Shriek.
Alrighty, we got a vote for the Sarge. We've got a few Skeleton Warriors votes.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Phil wins. Automatically says Hazel.
Just-
Oh, hang on.
Phil wins.
So Matt's on 2, Phil's
Yep.
on 1, I believe, unless I've
Yep.
missed something.
No,
Yep.
that's
Okay, 2-2, Phil and,
Yep.
and Matt.
so. It looks like
Thanks,
it's
Matt.
between Sergeant Slaughter and
My
the
boy
Street-
Shanko's come in with the Shawn Michaels.
Oh,
Beautiful blonde mullet.
Shani again. I can count on Shani.
Come on,
Look
what are you
at his
doing?
abs. Look at his abs.
Oh, Andrew. You got
Andrew
another
gets-
one. Oh. So what's the score? There's a
I
couple of
think-
I think
Sarges,
Couple Sarges,
3 Warriors.
3
Yeah,
Warriors.
3 Skeleton
Andrew.
Warriors, 2 Sarges, and I think Andrew and I got a vote.
Yep.
I think if the next one's a Skeleton Warrior, then
It's a
that's Matt.
That's
Come on.
Let's get another vote.
Let's
Come
get
on,
another
Sarge.
vote. One more vote. Does Phil's count as 2 because it's an SS, so he gets like double the votes?
In
I
case of
shouldn't
a
be
draw,
saying
he gets the nod.
Yeah, that's right. Because he's pulled out the double S.
That's it.
Oh, there might not be another one. I think that's it. I think.
Alrighty. If
have
that's
got
it, I think Matt got that one.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
no, Muzz has pulled out
Kind of
right.
vote.
Oh, thanks, mate. Got one vote.
Muzzer.
I think it's safe to say Matt won that one.
Skeleton Warriors wins the day on that one.
I've
on
got
you,
a
Matt.
skeleton theme going.
You do.
All right. So we had the next one was a Holy Grail item. So something that you've been looking for a while.
And we've found, and it's in our collection.
Found it. Yeah, it's in
Oh,
your
good.
collection. Yeah.
And we bought it.
So it's
Yeah.
no longer an ex-Holy
We can
Grail.
afford it.
Well, it's something that you found.
As long as it's not an ex-girlfriend, because that could be... That's good.
Oh, gee.
Thanks, Muzzer.
Well, I'll go first because I'm just going to move
Yeah.
my camera. I don't know if this will work out, but here we go. We'll turn over there. Look at that! Space 1999 Eagle.
That's so cool.
That's my one.
Well, there's no use getting mine out now, is there?
Nah, put it away, buddy. I've got mine out. I'm not sure if that came out right. Who's next?
Oh, jeez.
Phil, you got one handy?
Oh yeah. So yeah, my favorite toy line is Dino Riders actually.
Oh,
So,
cool.
This is my grail.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Oh, yeah.
Diplodocus. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Opens up with his dudes inside. So yeah, I wanted this for the longest time, and yes,
Is
this
that
is probably the
complete?
most. Yeah, it's complete. It doesn't walk. It's one of the motorized ones, but the battery part doesn't work. So yeah, that's the only disappointing thing about it. And I've got the box for it as well, with the crazy Japanese sort of figure artwork on it too. So yeah, he's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Whip out the car like it's Hazel. Is that what we're calling them these days? Whip
Yeah,
out
with
your
them out,
rails.
boys.
All right. Well, you can probably see it behind me, but I might just grab it down from the.
Hey, Phil, is this
Yo.
a New Zealand beer?
Oh yes, it is Monteith Summer Ale.
Oh,
Good drop that.
it is very nice.
Yeah,
It's got
quite
this
a
rata honey in it.
Yep. Nice choice.
What are you
Oh,
drinking,
man,
Phil?
I've got a it's a Pilsner. Just a supermarket brand. It's not too bad.
Can you get beers into Japan? Like, if I guess you can't, can you? Like any local Kiwi beer, you can't get it into Japan.
You can get a few like European. No, I haven't seen Kiwi beer. I've seen Coopers, the Aussie. Is it called Coopers? The Aussie beer.
Coopers? Yeah.
South
Yeah,
Australian.
you can get Coopers. Yeah.
Okay.
You got to pay for it though.
Okay.
So yeah, I've had a couple of Coopers, but yeah, Japanese beer is pretty decent, and I've got craft beers here as well. So
yeah, awesome. All right, I'll show you. This is a childhood item. It's probably not going to fit in the camera, but it's a Captain Scarlet headquarters cloud-based thing.
Wow.
whoa.
No, I can't fit the camera. You're disqualified. It's too big.
Yeah. I remember going to like a car show with my dad in Melbourne. It would have been like 15, 16. There was one of these up on the shelf, and I grew up with Thunderbirds and Captain Scarlet, and always wanted one. So yeah, I got one a couple of months ago in the box.
Wow,
that's awesome.
That's huge.
Just love the art. Yeah, it's massive. Like, as I said, can't even fit it in the cameras.
Wow.
That's wicked. Is it Grail as in like going back to your childhood kind of thing? Because I think
we could do that.
Because if it's like because there's something that I picked up like recently that's like has been at the top of my Grails list as far as like the adult collector. You know, I really want this in my collection. But if we're talking about childhood, especially if I've got Matt and Andrew here, I just couldn't pick anything else other than this bad boy, the pizza thrower.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, because this was like, I didn't have this as a kid, but this was like on top of my Christmas list as a kid. For whatever reason, I mentioned this in a recent video, like in a video where I spoke about this. I don't really remember as a kid, like wanting the Technodrome or the sewer playset. I don't know if like we didn't get a lot of commercials for them and I wasn't seeing a lot of them in toy stores, but like this was the shit. This is what I wanted.
That was really
cool,
yeah.
And I didn't have it as a kid, and I didn't have it as an adult collector until about 2 months ago. But thanks to these fine gentlemen on the right of screen, I do, and I'm stoked. So
yeah, looks awesome.
Got the pizza thrower, and it's I seriously haven't seen one in better condition than this in terms of like in the time I've been looking out for one. A lot of them are incomplete, and a lot of them, you know, the decals are gone, and this one's in awesome condition. So
I was trying to ask the guy about that too, Scott. I said, "Oh, is this your childhood toy?" But to no avail. He just said, "No, it's unfortunately not my childhood toy, so I can't give you any historical background," which is a bit of a shame.
Right. But like
cool.
This was in Australia, right? You didn't have to get it from elsewhere?
No, it was in Belgium, I think.
Serious?
Yeah.
Oh, well, there's a bit of an origin story. That's awesome.
Well, it's true, yeah. Belgium.
That's cool. Wow.
It's wicked. Shout out Ed's Retro Geek Out.
Yeah.
Good channel. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great channel in Belgium. That's awesome.
He loved his TMNT as well, didn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's a huge
TMNT.
All the good stuff.
Toxic Crusaders, TMT. Yeah. Always got good.
So there we go. There's mine.
Nice.
All right, Andrew.
All right. Well,
what have you got, Andrew?
Well, Matt beat me to the punch, but that's all right because that's all right because we both love the same things, Matt and I, and that's great. But one of the things I had as a kid, and it's still under my parents' house at the moment, so I had to buy another one because I couldn't get in the gap under the house to get it back out, and that's the Corgi Batmobile.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Dinky. Sorry, it's Dinky. Hang on.
Is it Dinky?
Is it Corgi or Dinky?
Geez, now my glasses got me thinking now. Because there is a Corgi.
Oh, there you go.
It's the one from the 70s.
Yep.
So, anyway, my childhood one is still under my parents' house.
Wow.
And I'm just too big and fat to get, because they had these stairs. And then they built a patio over the old stairs, and there was a little gap. you could crawl in, and I used to crawl in under it and play. Anyway, I took the Batmobile under there and played, and then left it. Then got too big and fat to get under and get it back out again. So now I'll have to wait till they're tearing down the house.
That's why you have kids, Andrew.
Pardon?
That's why you have kids, dude.
Just send them into the.
Send your daughter under.
Guys, we need a special edition of Keep On Collecting with like a documentary approach of recovering the childhood Batmobile.
Yes, and we do that. Andrew.
Dress up like Indiana Jones or something and get under there.
Yeah. Like the music,
be a great video.
The set I actually got, as you can see, it's got the little thing. It's got the trailer, the boat, and a helicopter. It was a 3-pack. So I do have the helicopter there and the trailer, but I'm still have to buy the boat. And then I've actually got the set back again that I got when I was 7. So that was one of the Grail things I wanted to get. It's not overly expensive, but it's something
amazing.
That's
All
awesome.
right. I'll turn my thing so people don't forget. It's the eagle. All right. Vote. I think Andrew. I think Matt has already voted for Scott and the pizza thrower.
Pizza thrower.
All right. Let's get some votes for the Grails.
Yeah.
That video has to be done.
I reckon that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
You got to dress Brianna up as Indiana Jones.
Throw some
I just
bananas
wonder
into the house.
If it'd be rusted out by now.
Yeah. So we've got 3 Dino Riders. So I think the Dino Riders doing well.
Yeah.
Go the Dino.
Pizza thrower.
See, the little
We
thing
got
popped
2.
out.
2 for the pizza thrower. Look, we're in space. I think. Oh, Shani. Oh, I was counting on you for another vote.
Good on you, Shani. Thank you, Shani. You're a legend.
Dino Riders.
All right, I might be able to scoop up another vote here.
Oh, no way. He's good. Hide your dog away. He's going to
Phone a
fire.
friend. Yeah.
All
Are
right.
you going to fire it up, Scott?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Fire it up like a mower.
Oh,
Oh,
that sounds like a lawnmower, eh?
I know.
Yeah.
Sarah, can I get that vote, please?
He got the vote.
Oh, here we go.
Rudy's
Here comes
giving me a vote. Sarah, the vote, please.
The time limit.
It's a time limit.
The time limit.
Have I caught up to Phil?
All right. Yeah, I think.
Are we neck and neck, or what's the go?
Peter's vote. Rudy just gave you a vote.
Yep, got a vote from Rudy.
All right.
Sarah, can you help me clinch it?
I think
What-
it's
what are we
between the
at?
Dino and the pizza thrower.
I haven't been counting.
I think
but
it's gonna be Phil. We're gonna have to give it a special guest, Phil.
Yeah.
I'm happy with that.
All right, Phil.
I'm happy with that.
One
That's
to
your
New
one.
Zealand. One to New Zealand. All right.
Yeah,
Let
that's
me go pull this pizza
One
out.
and a
of the
half.
wall.
1.5.
that was probably Scott's most. Well, I'm not gonna say most, but it was probably a very entertaining video watching Scott firing that pizza thrower
That
up.
was
Yeah.
brilliant. Yeah. That was
Oh,
very
dude.
funny.
That
I
was a
remember
fun
watching the
one to make.
episode, Scott, and just like you said, you almost put a hole through the wall. I was just like,
Yeah.
goodness.
But like I mentioned, like this was definitely made in the 90s era of safety standards, because
Yeah.
like the only thing that it's got is a sticker that says "Do not shoot this at people or animals." That's it.
I reckon you can definitely replace those with washers, steel washers, and get a better
Oh my
result.
goodness.
There you go.
Yeah.
Next time there's like a bird making noise on my balcony, just
like fire it up.
Oh, my dog is looking all
off.
sorts of confused.
Yeah.
Hey, Phil.
Oh, hey, Callie. The Slaughter Daughter's in the house.
Oh, my
Oh,
goodness.
the Slaughter Daughter.
Yeah,
wow.
illustrious
That's
company.
Yeah.
G'day.
Thanks for
Hey,
tuning
Phil.
in. Yo.
When you're doing that translator and it made no sense, and you're reading, did it make sense to you when you were reading it out?
No.
You sounded so good. Because,
not really.
Because you're reading it, and I'm like, you're just so calm about it. And I'm like, is it making sense to him? Is that why he sounds so calm?
We were laughing. We were laughing. It was hilarious.
I was trying to read it keeping a straight face. Yeah, trying to put on a serious voiceover, to make it all look proper. But I think they were referring to a lot of the guys as she's as well. Like she is this, she is that. It's just totally off point. And then referring to rice fields and all sorts of random things. So, yeah.
Wow.
So what would you like? I don't know. We didn't cover this, I don't think. But have you got a holy grail that you're still after, Phil? Like, let's not count the flag because it's not going to fit.
Oh, yeah, the USS flag. That thing's massive.
To be honest, like this guy here would probably be my second grail.
Right.
And he's this guy. I don't know if you're familiar with him. He is Zartan, and he was only released with a vehicle in the American Hasbro line, but the Japanese for some reason sold him off as an individual figure carded. So he's quite unique. So I've got all of these carded. I'm only missing 3 figures. So in terms of what my grail is, I want to complete that collection. So I've got 3 more to get the 24. But yeah, the 3 that I need are 3 of the most difficult ones, obviously, to get and are bloody expensive. So
okay.
There'll be grails for a while.
That's Zartan. That one's Zartan, is it? The one you got's called Zartan?
Zartan, yeah. He's like the leader of the Dreadnoks, I think.
Yeah, I think we've got Zartan in the Rise of Cobra.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I just because I was going through them last night and it goes Zartan.
Yeah.
So
do any of you guys collect Joes? Like Scott's channel is quite interesting because like the 3 big ones from my youth, like Masters of the Universe, G.I. Joe, and Transformers, they're ones that Scott doesn't tend. I guess there's maybe a bit of an age gap or something. But
yeah, I mean, like I think obviously everyone's got different preferences, but if you were to talk about the most kind of like iconic, definitive action figure lines of the 80s, you'd have to say Masters of the Universe, Transformers, and G.I. Joe.
Yeah, for the 80s,
See, like TMNT was. I think it's a little bit of an age thing. Like, I remember growing up, going to my cousin's house. My cousin had Masters of the Universe. He had Dino Riders. I thought they were awesome, but I hadn't seen the cartoon. I didn't know who was who and what the story was. I just knew that these figures looked awesome.
Nice.
But yeah, when it came to kind of getting into action figures as a kid, for me, it was all about TMNT. I came along, I was at an age where the animated series came out and that was the first thing that took hold of me. And from there it was wrestling. So, unfortunately, I kind of missed the boat on Motu and G.I. Joe and Transformers. I love looking at them now. But yeah, I don't have that kind of nostalgic connection to those lines the same way I do for TMNT or Hasbro wrestlers or even like the real Ghostbusters.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, although I don't remember seeing the real Ghostbusters animated series as a kid, I was really into the Ghostbusters 2 was the first film I saw at the cinema, and when that came out, the real Ghostbusters toys were out, so that kind of got me into those.
Yeah.
So,
I do have. I was saying Phil to Andrew the other day because I've still got all my childhood G.I. Joes. And a lot of the vehicles as well, and also I've just got my Transformers right next to me, just from our childhood. So I don't think as children we had a lot of different toy lines, and I don't think we got rid of a lot. Like, we were forced to get rid of some in a garage sale, and I think He-Man was it. But Star Wars, G.I. Joe, Transformers, that they survived, and to this day, I'm happy enough to say that I've still got all these G.I. Joes, and I went through them all and matched up all the weapons and the file cards. The vehicles are a little bit worse for wear, but you know, I'm not going to replace them because they're from our childhood.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I tried to get back into it, so I went off and found a few, I guess, extra ones that we would have liked as kids, and I got a few, but they just were getting too expensive. You know, $50, $60, $70 for a single figure, and I'm a bit of I want all the weapons. I don't just want the figure. So it was getting a bit expensive. Had to pull out.
Yeah.
So Matt, with the childhood items that you have in the collection, like the childhood G.I. Joes, for instance, are they kind of like all together with the rest of your collection of stuff that you've acquired as an adult, or do you kind of like have them separate so you don't mix up which one was your childhood one? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, no, I can just remember. I just remember the ones that. So I've got the new G.I. Joe. So maybe got about 20 new ones as an adult, and they're all mixed in with but they're all in bags.
Yeah,
and they're all mixed in with them. But I remember which ones we had as kids, and because. As kids, we loved Doctor Who, so we integrated the Doctor Who in with the G.I. Joe. So if we died, we regenerate into another G.I. Joe figure. So it just, I loved Outback. Outback was my favourite.
Oh yeah,
and I just would regenerate into him. Then I could come back die a few times, and come back as Outback again. I just loved Outback.
It's so good though, like the way you used to play with toys as a kid. The imagination would allow you to just like mix different toy lines together. Like as long as the scales were kind of like roughly the same,
similar. Yeah,
you didn't let those sorts of things get in the way of your imagination. I love that.
Yeah. Did you still have those, Phil? Like as kids in New Zealand, I imagine you grew up there. Do you still have?
Yeah.
Is that how you played with G.I. Joes over there?
Yeah, we mixed things up, but we moved house so many times. We had so many garage sales, so we got rid of stuff very quickly. Yeah, so I don't have anything at all from my childhood. So I'm trying to make up for lost time now.
There's so much of that G.I. Joe though, isn't it? It's just there's so much of it, but I was just saying it because if you only got little in the room, some of these ones that they're so big.
Oh yeah,
there you go. Now you're showing
ones are just massive.
That's beautiful.
Oh, there goes one of the figures.
I've got the accessories for it. I just haven't put them back on because I moved. It's got rockets and side wings on it and things like that. But some of these sets are just incredible because they open up and they have look, it's a little baby one in there.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah, they're just so cool. They come out with and go back in, and it's got little rockets in there, and but some of those sets are just massive. We go, where do you put them? Especially if you've got limited room.
Yeah, G.I. Joe is such a huge line. There's so many figures in the line. Like the main, I think it's 82 to 94. It was such a long running series as well, and there's literally hundreds of characters to collect, and as you say, collecting all the accessories are so tiny as well. It's pretty difficult.
Yeah, they come with a lot of accessories, that's for sure. It's just incredible.
And size matters, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm loving the visual of the Care Bears hanging out in Castle Grayskull.
Yeah,
it's wicked.
Did you have a sister Zazel? Is that why there was Care Bears in Castle Grayskull?
There's just room for everybody.
It's a big castle.
Yeah, that's right.
She bought the Care Bears.
If there's Care Bears at Castle Grayskull, who's hanging out at Snake Mountain?
No.
Don't know.
Oh dear. Do we need to do an unboxing as well? Is that that was?
Yeah, I think we'll do like our last thing will be an unboxing. And
yeah,
then,
that was part 4.
But if I can add one of my friends that I follow on YouTube channel, his name's Raven. Does a huge channel on Doctor Who toys. And a couple of weeks ago, he recently had an electrical fire in his collector room, and he lost quite a bit of his collection. So he's actually started up a GoFundMe website. So I was going to sort of put that at the bottom here. There we go. And so if anyone sort of wants to help him out on that, that's the website down below to give him some love and helping out with getting some funds to get, I guess, part of his collection back. Yeah. So.
Yeah, he just wanted £250, didn't he? To get it.
Yeah. He needs about £250. He's on about £30 at the moment. Yeah. It's kind of a bit of a wake-up call for electrical things. So when you're not using electrical appliances, good to turn them off.
Yeah, I make sure I turn everything off before when I leave the toy room. Don't have anything there on.
Anything running. Yeah. So that's
I think if I lost everything, I wouldn't go back and get it. I would maybe just the Eagle, the Space 1999.
Yeah, that would be get your treasured toys. Yeah. So just a little plug there for him, but yeah.
Yeah. Well done, Ryan. Yeah.
Thank you.
Who's going first with the box?
Look, I'm just ripping this packet open. So
now Ryan, this is not another mega unboxing, my friend.
No. It's
this is not episode 17.
No. 100, right? No, this is it's just a single packet. It's a small box.
Yeah.
All right. So I got another Toxic Crusader figure.
Nice. Is that no zone?
No, that's Major Disaster.
Major Disaster.
Him too. It's his brother.
Yeah.
He's on the same team.
Yeah. They're both goodies. Okay, good.
Yeah. So he came with his backpack, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And speaking of no zone, I got a couple of extra accessories out of it as well. So I got his shield and his gun as well. So
nice.
Yeah. Beautiful. If anyone needs a shield or a gun, have you got all the weapons, Scott? Or
I do, yeah. So my no zone, and I believe I've mentioned this to you before, Ryan. The accessory that's friggin' hard to get is like the little toxic waste barrel.
Yep.
That's the accessory that my no zone needs. So if you
that one
there
right
it
there.
is. If you stumble across another one, that's one of the last things I need for the Toxic Crusaders. So, but yeah, it's always like if you can pick up spare Toxic Crusaders accessories, you just jump on them because you'll be out and about and you'll see a no zone with no accessories. So
yeah, for sure.
He's in pretty good condition. So yeah, picked him up for like $20.
Looks like he's still got his sticker on his belt.
He does, yeah. It's wearing off a little.
That.
It's wearing off a little bit. Does
he have a sticker on his helmet? The little piece sticker on the helmet?
No, that's gone.
Oh, okay, because most of the time they're missing both of those decals.
Yeah.
So that's cool that he's got the one on his belt.
Yeah. So there you go. That's my pickup from a couple of weeks, 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
I'm not quite sure what to do. The only thing I've really picked up since our last live stream was like I picked up and I think I mentioned it to Ryan, like someone's personal collection of real Ghostbusters figures.
That's right. Yeah. And
like quite a few of the things I've already got, but the main thing that I don't have, I'm not gonna do a mega unboxing. I'll leave those to Ryan, but the main thing in this lot that I didn't have, and I'm like way overdue to have it in my collection, is good old Stay Puffed.
You finally got it.
Finally got one.
That's awesome.
I've been holding out because I see a lot of these in like really rough shape, and they still go for quite expensive prices here in Australia, even when they're really knocked around. So as part of like this bulk lot, this worked out to be a really good price. So I was stoked with this
See you,
guy.
Dean.
Needs a bit of a clean, and it'll be good to go.
Nice.
He looks
Yeah, just
really
use some.
clean.
It's
I
super
washed
clean.
mine the other day, actually, Scott. I just sugar soap and water, and it came up really well, didn't it, Matt?
Yeah.
What
He's
did you
he's
use?
looking-
Sugar soap.
Sugar soap. Dino,
water.
see you later, buddy.
Yeah, see you, Dino.
Dino's got a bounce, but we'll see him at
See, Dino.
Collecticon.
Is he a bouncer?
No, he's got to take off. But the lovely Sarah's hanging around.
I'm a goose. That's all right.
So Matt was asking if I think this is No Zone if he had his goggles. My one has the goggles.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
point.
Yeah,
That's a good point. A lot of the time he's missing his goggles. Yeah.
missing goggles from the head. So
Shane's going to be
Oh.
at Collecticon as well. That's awesome, Shane. We'll have to keep
we
an eye out for
we
you,
got to
mate.
look after.
yeah,
we got to look
we'll
after
say hi to
Shane.
you.
Yep, for sure.
Well, you're lucky enough to have met Shane before, Scott. So
That's right.
yeah, so I haven't actually met him. He's just a figure on YouTube at the moment. So it'll be
Yeah,
good to
but
meet him.
his like his YouTube avatar, like his Simpsons character that he uses for
Yeah.
his profile pic on YouTube, that's a fairly accurate representation of Shane. Just, except for the complexion.
Yeah,
That's
He's
right.
not yellow.
looking a bit yellow, isn't he?
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully we see Shane. Not a hard guy to miss. That's right.
Yeah,
How about
Andrew.
you, Andrew? What'd you got?
Well, Matt probably got the same thing as well. But
No.
this week,
No.
a little box turned up this morning.
Oh,
just a little one.
Just a little,
Oh,
yeah.
mate,
I know
thought
what
you
this
said,
is.
Save it for the mega unboxing, man.
This is huge.
Going
No, I'm
big.
not
mean, it's
showing
not
it,
a
Andrew. I'm not showing it.
Oh, it's all right.
Go big or go
It's
home.
not a, it's,
Yeah.
it's not a vintage toy, but it's just another Jurassic Park, and that's this one here. It's like a what is it? An Outpost Chaos playset from the new
Yeah, the Chaos
Jurassic World
Outpost. Yeah, from
Wow.
the Jurassic
Yeah.
World line. Yeah, they
Yeah,
finally
so-
released a playset for it,
Awesome.
and we jumped on it.
So it comes with a figure there and
That's awesome.
dinosaur, and
Pyroraptor.
yeah, it looks awesome in their picture. So, and I want to get that out and try find a place to put it because I don't know where to put it. But
Me either. Crazy.
Maybe just start attaching to the roof, mate. Just
That's right.
yeah,
I don't know, the rafters.
You got all that
It's
ceiling
replicated on the
space,
roof.
Andrew.
You could put shelving from the roof and then just have like
just another thing you have to trip over, Ryan, when you come over.
yeah. That's it. Thanks. Was that an online exclusive or?
It was online
Wasn't it?
from Myers, but
Yeah,
yeah, who else had it? One of the other toy stores. had
I got it off
didn't
Amazon. Amazon
Oh, Amazon,
Australia.
you got it from off, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But I haven't seen it anywhere else.
Okay.
No, it's
Yeah.
not in shops. Yeah,
Not in shops, yeah. There's a few of these dinosaur things they're just making online purchases. You know?
do you know Scott just leant into the camera that way. Ryan leant into the camera the other way. It looked like they were just whispering something. It's just
Other way. Other way.
Yeah, well,
The opposite.
Yeah.
We're back in
How
the
dare you.
playground again. Yeah.
Oh dear.
You'd like to go next, Phil?
Yeah, well, I got something quite special this week. Actually, usually my deliveries are all written in Japanese, obviously, but someone has very, very neat handwriting, and it's from a bloke from New South Wales in Australia. So, some guy called Matthew. I don't know if you
Oh,
know.
okay.
It's a scammer. Don't accept
How's
anything
he
from
spell his
that.
name?
I'm embarrassed.
Yeah, he's got his. Hang on, there's a few keep on collecting business cards inside here.
Have you got the T-shirt yet?
He wants me to invest into his company.
Into the
His
stock.
Bitcoin.
Keep on
Yeah,
collecting
yeah,
stock.
yeah.
Keep on
Pyramid
collecting.
selling or something.
Bit
I'm embarrassed.
But yeah, Matt. No, Matt. I think he saw on Instagram. This is speaking of Care Bears on Castle Grayscale. I put up on Instagram that I picked up one of these Muppet babies on one of my toy hunts, and Matt got in touch with me actually and said he had a few spares to complete my Muppet baby collection. So he has
cool.
He's hooked me up with these are so cute. He's hooked me up with a few of these.
Gonzo
and Kermit.
And, Kermit.
Miss
Definitely
Piggy.
one of the more iconic McDonald's promotional toys from the 80s.
Muppets. Yeah. There are a bunch of Muppets and a couple of the vehicles too.
Oh,
so
cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. And also, I was telling Matt as well that I've got a Hulk Hogan Hasbro, but he sent me over this guy here because I've got one of him, but all of his fingers have been cut off. So it's the one that I had. His right hand, I think, is like fingerless. So apparently the seller, his kid went to town and cut off all the fingers before he sold it.
Right.
So thanks, Matt. That's awesome to get this guy in the collection as well.
I think he's missing one finger though.
He's only missing one finger. Yeah. He's missing one finger, but he's still.
Well, that's the Yakuza. The Yakuza do that. They just chop off one finger.
Yeah. That's right. The Yakuza version. Yeah. But and Matt sent me a lovely letter as well. So really, really nice. Very heartwarming, and it's just such a nice thing to get. So thanks, Matt. And I promise you something will be coming in return once the Japanese post system sorts itself out. So,
I'm a bit embarrassed because I was in a rush to get it out, and then I went, what about Tim Tams? What about some Aussie snacks or something? You got a daughter, and you could have shared some of those type of things with her, and so I was a bit disappointed in myself that I didn't really put the whole full Aussie thing going on in there. So, but I'm glad you're glad you got them.
she'll love the Muppet Babies as well. So,
that's true. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Getting that as well. Yeah,
that's wicked.
It's original. Yeah, it came with them.
It came in the packet.
Sticker. Yeah. So awesome.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'm glad you got it.
Good on you, Matt. That's awesome, mate.
Well, my one, it's not a toy. Do I get disqualified if it's not a toy? However,
I think so. Yeah.
However, so I was doing research for They Live, and
that's right.
And I was trying to find something. Oh, that's right. I needed something for work at JB. Anyway, raking through the LPs as you do, and look what they've released this LP. They Live, and then on the back is We Sleep. So I can't get that in focus. Side A, side B, music written by John Carpenter.
Wow.
It's just.
Does it like the soundtrack?
Yeah. Soundtrack.
Did John Carpenter write the music?
Yeah, he did a lot of the music. Yeah.
That's a talented dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that a new one, Matt, or is it an old one?
No, it's a new one, but it's based on it is the original music. They've just
a new release of the old film soundtrack. That's wicked.
Yeah. So it is. This one was by John Carpenter. I think The Thing, he didn't have time to do the music for The Thing. He got that Ennio Morricone had to write the music because he was just so overwhelmed with directing and trying to get The Thing out. He didn't have time to write the music. But for this one, that's John Carpenter. So
They Live, yeah.
I had to get it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. That'll be part of that They Live video when I get around to doing it again.
Matt Drake reckons you're all out of bubblegum.
I just kick some ass. It's a fabulous movie, and
movie.
and the thing, and what stopped me from making the video at the moment is I was just about to start recording it, and I found that they released a limited edition Frank figure. So they released the Aliens and John Nada, Roddy Piper, and I didn't think they were going to do the Frank figure. And I found out that Shout Factory, which is, well, I'm not sure what Shout Factory is, but they had an agreement with NECA to do 3,000 Frank figures. So I thought I may have to try and track this down, this Frank figure, and they're a little bit exy, but I may have to fork out money to get Frank.
To complete it, yeah.
To complete it, to do this video. So anyway, that's my story.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
it's JB Hi-Fi coming through with the goods at the moment. I bought some T-shirts there the other day. They got it like, I don't necessarily collect the, Marvel Legends and stuff like that, but they got tons of like, modern figures and collectibles and stuff like that. And it's cool that they're doing those sorts of re-releases as well. Yeah,
I picked up a Predator T-shirt. That was like a double XL. And it was like down from $10 down to $8. I went, well, how can I knock back a Predator T-shirt for $8?
Yeah, you can't not buy it.
That's pretty good. Wow. I didn't even know they did T-shirts. I might have to go and have a look.
So, Matt, did you buy that do you have a record player? Did you buy that for the purpose of actually listening to it, or more just as a collectible?
Yeah, it's in the garage, the record player. So sometimes when I get out in the garage and do some of my model making, I put on a record, I found Back to the Future as well not so long ago. Original with that original cover that they had, from '85, not like some re-release, 40th anniversary or anything. So I had to buy that from JB. That's probably 3 or 4 months ago. So I'm getting, and I've got a lot of old LPs that I'm like to get back into. So
Oh, that's cool.
Side thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's nice to have these side collections. You know what I mean? Just when you're not finding anything that you need in the way of like your main kind of category of collectibles, you can dip off into something different. So that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, something different.
Definitely.
Matt's saying it's an underrated movie. I still haven't seen it yet, so
you got it. Yeah,
gotta watch it.
An underrated movie.
Maybe when I come over, we'll do a movie night or something.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, that's a good idea. They Live. That's right.
There you go.
I better not watch it then. It's funny, and I was a bit disappointed. So I was telling Andrew this. I was recollecting a story. Back in 2012, I went to the States and by myself, and I met up with. I think I've told you this, guys, but I met up with Jennifer Runyon from Ghostbusters, and so she was actually off to a horror convention a few weeks later, and she was going to meet up with Roddy Piper, and because he was there with. What's his name? The actor, Frank actor. I forgot his name. That's good. And Meg Foster. So the three of them were doing a panel there at this horror convention in Texas. And she said, if you want an autograph, let me know. And I'd send her a message back and saying, oh yeah, I'd like an autograph, and she's missed the message. So I'm like, and she's like, got back to me a few weeks later, and I'm really sorry. It would have been good to get you an autograph, or apologize. So missed out on that opportunity, unfortunately. But would have been. But Roddy Piper, I love Roddy Piper. We'll catch up with him watching some wrestling videos. But he's a classic. Hell Comes to Frogtown. I found that on my DVD collection the other day, so I'll be chucking that one in too.
Awesome.
Sorry, I'm doing all the talking.
No, that's okay.
All right.
Yeah, you're cool. It's always good to go on to different tangents. So, I think you had a game set up as well, Matt, didn't you?
Well, yeah. What's the time? 10:25.
We're sitting on hour 24 so far.
Ooh, this may take about 15 minutes to play.
Okay.
Do you want to do it? It's called Nippon, New Zealand, or Australia. So I've got a wheel. The wheel's got pictures on the wheel.
Okay.
And it's going to just be you four playing. I'm going to share my page. And the first instance, you have to tell me whether it's Japanese or Australian or New Zealand. There might be bonus points.
Okay.
All right, let me get this started.
Guys, I'm sorry to do this. Do you mind if I just go to the loo very quickly? I'm sorry.
Yeah, sure, man.
You're a good man.
I thought I was going to try and be professional and push through, but
Need to go.
When you got to go, you got to go, mate.
These are tall cans, so.
All right, can you see that?
No.
You can't.
Oh yeah.
Can
Okay.
now. Yeah. Just
There you go. It's on the main screen too.
on the main screen.
That's all right. You guys take note of what's on the wheel.
I might be able to just. Do you want me just to blow it up, just so you can see the wheel, or just keep it on?
Oh, so no. So what happens is it automatically spins.
Yep.
And then it'll stop on one of the pictures, and it'll bring it up, like bigger.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. Cool.
the person who's going to go can guess.
Okay.
It's all right. It's all ready to go here. I've got the categories and the points ready to go. So you get bragging rights.
All right.
Maybe you can get some special Tim Tams or something. I don't know.
Ooh.
What
Phil,
flavor?
you better win.
I'm getting hallucinated looking at this wheel. It's so bright. I'm in a trance.
You're getting hypnotized.
It's very colourful.
Yeah, it is.
It didn't take too long to think of this. Actually, I was pretty impressed with myself.
That's pretty cool. Very creative.
Yeah. Well, I was watching another YouTube channel, and they kind of had this wheel in effect for something else, and I went, "Oh, I could do this with Phil and the guys on Monday."
Mm.
Now, some of the categories, I guess, aren't going to suit everybody. So there's a couple. There might be a wrestling, something to do with wrestling, but that's okay, Ryan. If I spin it and it's your turn, it might not land on a wrestler, for example.
Okay.
And you'll be sweet. You go, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what that is."
Yeah.
So anyway, well, Scott's ready.
Well, let's spin
Let's
that
spin
wheel. As
Okay, well, Ryan, this is for you, my friend. This is for you. So first up,
Okay.
whatever it lands on, you have to tell me whether it's Japanese, New Zealand, or Australian. And here it is. Oh. All right. The winner is this. It's local toy makers. Is this Japanese, Australian, or New Zealand?
haven't seen that before. I'm gonna go. Wild guess New Zealand.
Bom bom, you are wrong.
No. What was it? Was it Oz?
It's Australian. You could have got a bonus point out of that, and I was going to ask you which Australian toy company made that, and Andrew would have told you. Andrew,
sorry.
Sorry. Who made this, Andrew?
Tall Toys.
Exactly, Tall
There
Toys.
you go.
All right, so
If you
I'm
watched
going to
our
remove
video,
this.
you would have known. You would have known.
That's
if you watched
right.
that video.
Come on, Ryan. That's our video, man. That's all right. I'm removing this now. All right. So Ryan's on 0. All right. Who's next there? Scott. Okay. We're going to spin the wheel for Scott.
Alrighty.
What's it going to land on for Scott? Oh, geez, Scott. This is venomous creatures. Is this a Japanese, New Zealand, or Australian?
I'm going to say that's an Australian brown snake.
You are absolutely wrong. That is a Japanese keelback snake.
Oh,
wow.
There you go.
Of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you heard of these, Phil? I've never heard of these.
No, I've seen a couple of snakes here, but not that big. Bloody hell!
That is a big one.
Yeah.
Apparently, you have the redback spider too, thanks to Australia. But anyway, I'll remove that one. So we're going good. You guys have got nothing. We'll head on to Andrew next. And 0, and Andrew. Let's go, Andrew. Come on, man. I've made this wheel for you, Andrew.
This is a practice round, isn't it?
No, this is the all righty. Andrew, we're back with local toy makers. Which is this Japanese, New Zealand, or Australian?
Japanese.
The company. Oh, that's good. Bonus point. What's the Japanese toy company that released it?
Toyota.
So close. Tomy. Tomy, my friend. Tomy. Oh, you got 1 point though, Andrew. So that's pretty impressive.
It's in the lead.
All right, yeah. Okay, Phil. This one's for you, my friend.
All right,
Hopefully,
here we go.
it's not going to be too hard. We got. Oh, Phil. I think you should know this one. What kind of venomous creature, well, insect, well, not an insect, arachnid. What is this, Phil? Is this Japanese, New Zealand, Australian?
That has to be Australian, surely. No?
It's New Zealand, Phil.
What? Really?
It's the Katipo spider.
Wow.
Is it poisonous?
It is, yes.
I
I did research on this.
There we go.
Sorry.
Something new every day. There we go.
Far out. I'm going, oh, this is brilliant. Phil's definitely going to get this one.
No.
All right. Back to the beginning, Ryan. Here we go. That was round one. There's only 3 rounds, so round 1 is done. Andrew leads 1-0 to everyone else. And Ryan,
It's on a
mountain. Okay, so these are the highest mountains. Is this Japanese, New Zealand, or Australian, Ryan?
I'm going to say New Zealand.
No. Yeah, no. That's actually no. That's not the New Zealand one. You're wrong.
No.
That's the Australian one.
Australian.
Oh,
That's
okay.
Australian, actually.
Australian?
Just from a different angle.
Okay.
I didn't think we had mountains that high.
No, it's not that. It's actually probably just deceiving you. It's actually Mount Kosciuszko. That's just
is
from
it
a different
really?
view. Yeah,
Okay.
that
Right.
tricked you. Great.
Yeah, it did trick me. Good trick.
Gee, Whizzikers. Scott.
This is
Come on,
hard.
man.
All right,
Someone
come
get
on.
a point. This
Come on,
Scott. Yeah.
Oh,
Scott. Come on. Stop. Okay, Scott. Wrestlers, Scott. Wrestlers.
I'm going to say Japanese.
Beautiful. Bonus point. What is his name?
Oh, man.
He's mainly 80s, but he's gone into the 90s, 2000s. He's a little bit of I think he went into WWF, but not very long. WCW mainly.
I don't know.
Don't know. Great Muta.
Okay, I wouldn't have guessed that.
No, sorry. I thought he might
So
have.
is he like the New Japan Pro Wrestling?
I don't know. Yeah, he was in mainly Japanese, but he was in America. He's done a lot of American stuff as well. So
Hey Phil,
yeah.
is there a lot of are there a lot of pro wrestling shows in Japan, like on a smaller scale that you can just go to, or like because obviously I know Japan pro wrestling's big in Japan, New Japan and Old Japan pro wrestling.
Yeah, I think there still is quite a big underground scene. I haven't been to anything myself, but wrestling is massive over here still. I've been to a couple of wrestling figure stores in Tokyo. It's very, very popular. So I'm assuming it still has a place over here. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it's still pretty popular. The AJPW and the NJPW, New Japan and All Japan.
Oh, All Japan, yeah. All Japan, not
so
Old Japan, All Japan.
You'll have to go when you come over here, mate.
That's right.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Japan's top of the list for me. I would love to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Bit of toy hunting, bit of wrestling.
Yeah, toy hunting would be awesome.
Some good food.
Yep. Plenty of beers.
That's it.
This is for Andrew. Come on, Andrew.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, what's it? Oh, don't go on the wrestler for Andrew. Beautiful. Okay, Andrew. This is a movie. Is it Australian? Filmed primarily in Australia, New Zealand, or Japan, this movie?
It's Australian.
Beautiful. And what's the bonus point? What's the name of the movie?
Was it
Dear.
Rogue or something?
Perfect. Woo! Bonus point, Andrew.
Yeah,
Right? Was that the name?
Rogue.
Rogue.
I was going to say Blackwater or something like that. But
Blackwater's another one. Blackwater's great.
Blackwater is another
I've
one.
seen
Though.
that one. Yeah.
Yeah, Blackwater's great.
Oh, who's next? It's Phil.
Yep.
Come on, Phil. Hopefully
No
you get this.
no spiders, please. No
No
spiders.
spot. Oh, shivers. It's a wrestler.
Ah,
Okay. It's a wrestler. Is this Australian, New Zealand, or Japanese wrestler?
he's got to be Australian, surely.
That's right. You have got that one right. You get a bonus point, Phil, if you know what the wrestler's name is.
Ah,
From the
that looks
80s,
like-
he was in WWF.
that's an LJN figure, right?
It
Yeah.
is. This one is, yeah.
Yeah. An Australian wrestler from the 80s.
Yeah. He's like he was there from 86 to 88 in the WWF. Obviously,
Outback Jack.
beautiful, Phil.
Yeah? No.
Yep. 2 points. Well done, Phil. I'm impressed. Excellent. All right. Back to Ryan. Okay, final round.
Can do this.
And we're looking at Andrew on 3, Phil on 2, Scott on 1, and Ryan. Come on, Ryan. Come on, Ryan.
I need to get this.
You need to get just 1 point.
Just 1 point.
Oh, shivers.
Ryan's
Well,
Okay.
okay. Wrestlers, are these, well, is it Australian, New Zealand, or Japanese? Should be easy.
I'm going to say Australian.
No. It's New Zealand.
As a kid, I swore they were Australian. Let's
No,
go.
they're Kiwis.
Right. The
I know.
pride and joy from New Zealand.
That's it. As a
We
kid,
can't
for
take-
whatever reason, I just
take
assumed
these
they were
ones.
Australian.
They're called bushwhackers,
The
apparently.
Yeah.
Bushwhackers.
Yeah. Luke and Butch.
Yeah. Did you know that, Ryan? So if you guessed New Zealand and you got the bonus point attempt, you would have got Bushwhackers?
No, I saw the comment. So,
Ah,
yeah.
that's a bit cheeky.
But I didn't know. No. Well, after I, yeah.
Oh, Ryan.
That's
0
good.
for Ryan.
Oh, dear.
Scott, this is your final round, and you land on this venomous spider. Is it Australian, New Zealand, or Japanese?
This better be Australian.
It's Australian.
The redback.
Beautiful. Look at that, Scott. Just creaming him. 2 points for Scott. He ends up on 3.
Hang on, is there a bonus question?
Yeah, you just said redback spider, or was that Ryan answering for
Ryan
you?
said it, but I
You
was
would have
thinking-
known that.
You
Yeah.
would have known that. Yeah.
Thanks,
There's got to be some easy points in this.
Can I get half a point for that?
Yes. Ryan gets half a point.
Let's try, mate.
I'll try and help you out with your next one.
That's it. He's out. Andrew. All right. Andrew, you're on 3. Scott's on 3. So this could determine. And we're into this movie. Is this film filmed in Japan, New Zealand, or Australia?
It's filmed in New Zealand, that one.
Oh, dude.
Bonus point. What's the name of the movie?
Black Sheep.
Beautiful, Andrew.
Hello?
That's
Oh,
right.
I saw this in the cinema when it came out. Yeah.
You just needed to land on one of these, Ryan. I really think you got
been
the
like, I know what that is.
yeah, you got the bung spin of the wheel. And the final one for Phil.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, Phil, you got to get this one too. I'll be disappointed if you don't. Australia, New Zealand, or Japan local toy makers.
It's got New Zealand written all over it. No, just kidding.
absolutely.
Japan.
No,
New Zealand?
no, yes,
Take
yeah,
my-
that's it. Oh, yeah, like you're in New Zealand.
He like switched his.
Well, you get a bonus point if you can guess the New Zealand. Well, it's originally New Zealand. I don't think it's owned by New Zealand now, but it was originally New Zealand. What's the toy company? Do you know by any chance?
Robo Alive?
No, Zuru. Z-U-R-U. Zuru. But you got a point, Phil. You ended up on 3.
Wow, okay.
Yeah. So there you go. That was the Nippon, Oz, or New Zealand wheel spin. Those 3 don't count because that's it. But so there you go, Andrew. Well done. You get 5 points. Scott and Phil end up on 3, and Ryan gets half for helping a couple of people out.
All good.
Where's Phil?
Oops.
No,
Hang
what
on.
happened to Phil?
Who's
Here
back
comes
there?
Phil.
I'm
there he
here. I thought I got kicked out.
I didn't
think
kick
when
him out.
removed the
I
other
promise I didn't
screen,
kick him out.
That's what happens when you can't answer the questions.
Yeah.
That was good, Matt.
Yeah.
I don't like.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's good fun.
I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't do a bit better in terms of the answers, but well done, mate. That was awesome.
Yeah. That was just a practice run for next
That's
live
right.
stream.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. Exactly right. We had to give Ryan half a point. He kind of knew answers in there. It's just depends on the wheel, right? And
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's
He
where
says good game, Matt.
Yeah,
There you
that's
go.
the luck
Thanks,
of the
Shani.
wheel.
Well, yeah, the Black Widow, I reckon it could have made it in if we're in America. And the Redback
Yeah.
is related to the Black Widow, isn't it?
Hmm.
Yeah. So, but apparently
Well,
upon my
there's-
research...
with the redback, it's actually
Andrew?
Was that Andrew?
What's that, Andrew?
I'm just saying with the redback, you could say they're Japanese because they did go over to Japan recently, and and there's quite a few there now.
Yep. Be careful, Phil.
Yeah, yeah.
Something that we're happy to share with you.
I shouldn't go outside with my bare feet on anymore. Okay.
No. Watch where you're stepping.
We're sending drop bears over next.
And all your dangerous shit to us.
You're welcome. On that wheel, I really want.
Babies, please.
I really wanted to put Godzilla on there, but I couldn't figure out a category, or Monkey, like from Monkey Magic, but I just thought maybe that was a bit too old. I didn't know if you guys would know Monkey Magic. You probably would, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I remember watching Monkey Magic after school.
Yeah.
Same.
Remember the
I
theme
watched on
song?
ABC.
Yeah.
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 Come
I mean, that was
home,
full of
5 o'clock.
Japanese actors. But, it's all based in, I think it was filmed in China, but Japanese actors in it. So I thought I couldn't quite figure out a category that could fit into.
Ooh,
There you go. She said
on the patio.
We went on the patio the other day.
Are they the same size as Redbacks as well?
I think
Black Widow?
they are.
I think they must. Yeah, I guess they must be.
Yeah.
Hmm.
At least they don't have funnel webs, I suppose. We don't want to give those ones to you, Phil.
I don't know.
No, funnel webs are nasty. Hanging around in the filter box of the backyard pool and
Ugh.
Really? Wow.
yeah, funnel webs. Look, unless this is just like an urban legend that I'm perpetuating, in which case, if that's in which case I apologize. But yeah, we were always told as a kid, like when you reach into the filter box of the pool, to be careful because they can blow themselves a little bubble and just hang around in the filter box.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
God.
Have I made that up, or Andrew?
No.
Have you
You're
heard
right.
of that before?
Yeah.
Well,
Like, even
I
in
don't know about
pools.
funnel webs. There are spiders that can do that.
In your pool.
Make a bubble around them. I don't think funnel webs. But they can. Some go on the water, and they have the air bubble on the back.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like
Yeah,
from
right.
when I was a kid, I've had it like drilled into me. If I go out the back and put a pair of shoes on, shake the shoes out before I put them on, even if they've been out there for an hour. It's like one of those habits that's ingrained in me.
Yeah.
I'm in an apartment, so I go out on my balcony. I do that now. You know.
They climb.
Whenever you
They'll
get-
come and get you.
Scott's got arachnophobia.
Great movie, by the way.
Another good film.
Absolutely.
Nice
I
time.
love
Yeah, yeah.
arachnophobia.
How Phil, why are you? That's another thing I've been wondering. What kind of job do you do over there in Japan?
Yeah, I do what most foreigners do over here. I teach English. So I'm currently working at a high school. I started this year, so I'm actually working in Tokyo. So I commute from. I'm in a city outside of Tokyo. It's about an hour and a half to get to the school each day, so it's quite a journey. But
Shane.
it's a good job. It's a good contract.
It's a
So, yeah,
So you got a bit of a commute.
It's stress free. It's much different from teaching back home in New Zealand. I think my parents were both teachers, and they got totally stressed out doing it. But yeah, teaching English in Asia is pretty straightforward.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah. No, that's good. Yeah, I always wondered what you did. So yeah, it's good. See, we're finding out a lot about Phil tonight.
That's it.
Yeah. Well, come over and find out a bit more. I'd be yeah, happy to show you guys around Japan for sure. Now that the borders are starting to open up again.
Yeah, I can travel again.
Yeah, for sure. So
I'd be there for the Godzilla stuff. I'm just a big Godzilla fan, so I'd be all over that Bandai Godzilla stuff.
You'd love one of the cinemas in central Tokyo has got this massive Godzilla like statue, which sort of climbs up over the cinema building. It looks fantastic.
Oh, wow.
So you'd love that.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah. just as a child, I love Godzilla. I can't get enough of Godzilla. So, and it's always been one of those things. I just want to go to Japan. I mean, Japan's not just about Godzilla. It's stupid to think that, but if now I was going on a toy hunt, I feel that I could find a lot of Godzilla stuff. Be quite happy.
There's heaps of them. Yeah. Did you see that video that the Tokyo Toy Bastard did on the Godzilla, the history of it, and he put it up for Iconicon? It's an awesome video. I thoroughly recommend it. Yeah. So go to his channel.
Iconicon.
Yeah, I think it's still up on his channel though. The Tokyo Toy Bastard.
I think
you'll love that. Yeah, it's a brilliant video. Yeah.
I think Scott, you've mentioned this guy too, haven't you? But I keep forgetting who it is.
Tokyo Toy Bastard is an American guy that lives in Japan. And does like toy hunting videos all the time. And uncovers some really cool stuff. But not just vintage stuff like modern, art toys and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So
is that someone that you could probably meet up with, Phil, do you think? Or you don't think it'd be
I probably should try and touch base with them, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably kindred spirits.
Now that I'm closer to Tokyo, yeah.
So, Phil, my wife asked you a question. Is there Japanese op shops or garage sales? It's a good one.
Yeah, there are op shops. Yeah, there are plenty of secondhand shops in Japan. Yeah, not so many in Tokyo and the big cities, but in the smaller cities, in the burbs, there are big secondhand shops. So, plenty of that stuff. Yep.
Yeah, cool.
I've heard in Tokyo or different parts of Japan, like there's like vintage toy shops are not like a rare thing. Like there's lots of them.
Yeah, it probably depends where you are. I to be honest, where I am, I haven't seen a hell of a lot of shops that are just dedicated to just the toys themselves. But I think in Tokyo there are a lot. Yeah, which is an area that I need to discover a bit more myself. Yeah, there's in Tokyo. There's a whole district which is famous for just selling toys, basically. So it's made a name for itself by just selling new toys, vintage toys, all sorts of random things like that. So,
is there toy shops?
To see. Yeah.
Like we here in Australia, we have Toy Mate, Toy World.
Yeah.
Do you have like those type of retail?
Yeah, there's toys. There's Toys R Us over here.
Oh, really?
Cool.
Yeah, I take my daughter to that every now and then. They're big shops. They don't have much Western. They've got like Marvel. Is it Marvel Legends? I've got a few of the Western figure lines. I'm into the new Motu Origins, so I've been really trying to hunt those out, but I haven't seen those in the shops. Awesome, dude! Yeah. So I've been really trying hard to get into that, but you've only seen those online.
They're hard to find.
Yeah.
Have you? There's a website. I think it's Dutch, Phil. It's called kidin.com. I think that's where I got mine from.
No, I did as well. Yeah,
you got yours. Yeah, that's right. And they're really good, Phil. Like cheap. Like
Yeah.
Australian dollars, what would you pay, Ryan? Paid about 100.
I think it's like 100, $122 or something.
See you,
Yeah,
Muzza.
good down.
Including
See you
shipping.
later, Muzza. Thank you.
See you, Muzza. See you next time.
Yeah.
So,
It's
yeah,
a great
well,
line, the Origins. It's just brings
Oh.
you back to the vintage stuff, the packaging and
It does.
the look of the figures. It's I thought I would stay clear of modern figures, but I just can't say no to the Origin stuff. So I've got a couple of figures, but not that easy to come by over here.
Yeah.
Have you seen they keep releasing, Mattel Creations keep releasing, I guess the special releases. They released Wonder, and that was a mess. Wonder,
Yeah.
And the other one, I can't remember, Kundra or something like. He was in an episode of the original TV show, and they released an figure of him as well. And they just go like it's 5 per person limit, and they're just gone in
They just go snap
few
up.
minutes, and you don't get a chance to get them.
Yeah.
And then,
Popular line, eh?
Yeah. And they're releasing, I think it's more 7-inch though. They're releasing a special 40th anniversary pack they got a He-Man and a Skeletor in this pack. And they've got different heads. They got comes in a slipcase, and I think,
nice.
and it opens up I think there's a Gates of Castle Grayskull, and you open them up, and there's He-Man and Skeletor in it. I think they're 7-inch though. They're special anniversary sets, and I think they go on sale on Mattel Creations on the 20th. So a couple of days. So, but I'll get on there and I'll be all gone.
Yeah.
They go on, 5 p.m. on the 20th. I go 5 p.m. Is that Eastern time, Central time?
Yeah, it's hard to calculate it sometimes.
But anyway, it's a beautiful line. Just brings back a lot of memories. And I've got a few figures, just some special ones. Out of it. Just I've got the grey skull and a couple of those vehicles. But on that site, Phil, if you check it out, you can get a few figures. Pretty well priced as well.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Well, we might wrap it up. We've been almost talking for 2 hours, so it goes pretty quick.
Yeah, it does.
So I guess just a quick sort of rounds. What do we got? Any cool things coming up next week, or?
I'll go first. Look, the main thing for me is I'm looking forward to not this coming weekend, but next weekend. Hanging out with you, fine gentlemen.
Thank you,
Phil, except for yourself, although it'd be awesome if you were
next
here, mate. But weekend after next, I'll
watch the video.
As anyone watching may know, we're hitting up Collecticon Penrith. A couple of guys in the chat will be there, which is awesome. The Taylors are going to be there, and also Shane Coe will be there, so that'll be great. So the 4 of us will be wandering around Penrith Collecticon on the Sunday. On the Saturday, obviously, looking forward to checking out Alfie's with you.
Alfie's, yep.
And
cool.
and then
we might do a live stream as well.
Yeah, exactly. Then back to Andrew's joint, and for a bit of a hangout and do like an in-person episode of Collector's Pack. And Monique and Daniel, of course. Looking forward to catching up with those guys. So I mean that's my main thing. I've got my Firehouse, my Ghostbusters Kenner Firehouse unboxing and review video that I'm working on. And other than that, I'm just looking forward to next weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah. I'll second that, and just getting my room with the lights and stuff ready and getting some more funds for Sydney. So
Happy days.
Yeah.
Have we got any more Keep On Collecting episodes before next weekend, or
trying to film? Trying to film one. Trying to get a chance. I've been working the second job back again, but I'm trying to do a G.I. Joe one.
Nice.
But Phil, I'm really torn about because I want to do the one on the Rise of Cobra figures. So I've got quite a few of them there, and the big pit vehicle and things like that. But I was looking up some that were odd, and then I look at the prices of what they're actually going for, even for that line. It's just incredible. $70-$80, over $100 for a figure. You know, going, do I take them out of the packet?
Yeah, that's right.
Just leave them on there. I just don't know. It's the vehicles and everything, because I just bought them and put them in a a container, and stacked them away. And, but I've got some vintage G.I. Joe there too to show as well. And, a lot of them that I got, but some need repairing, so I might have to. They're held again with an O-ring, aren't they?
Yeah. Do you know how to open them up if they're busted? Do you know how to open them up and change the wee rubber band inside?
No, I haven't.
That's fun, Andrew.
It's great.
It's fun.
You unscrew them, or they just sort of bend them.
No, you got to unscrew there's a wee screw in the back that you got to undo, and sometimes they're all rusted in and stuff. It can be a bloody headache.
They're like Buck Rogers figures, Andrew, held together with that O-ring and a screw in the back. And then you got to balance them all, with the arms hanging out and the legs hanging out and chucking the back on. And it's not as bad as trying to replace the band in a He-Man figure.
Well, there's a few there. I could try on one and see how I go, but I have to get some O-rings.
I got some spare ones, so if you don't do it for a couple of weeks, I'll bring them down. I bought a packet of 100.
I mean, there's such a big container of these G.I. Joe stuff. It's that I got, and all the accessories. It's going to take me ages just to go through and match the little accessories with them.
Matt will help you out.
That's what friends are for.
Thanks, guys.
There is a good website actually for G.I. Joe weapons that I used a couple of years ago when I had some, and you can go through and it categorizes all the different colors and what style of weapon. So that's a good way of.
Nice. Yeah.
Is that Yojo? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's yojos.com or something like that.
Yeah. That's pretty good.
Awesome. Well, we might wrap that up. But
sorry, Ryan, just one second. Phil,
sorry,
just before we go, Phil, what are you working on, mate? Are you working on any fun videos to keep an eye out for?
I've just got my final video of the G.I. Joe collection that I got. So it's like a four-parter. So the last one will probably come out this coming weekend. And then I've got summer holidays coming up, so I'll have a bit more free time to go out and venture out into Tokyo. So hopefully I'll take my camera out with me and maybe hit up so Akihabara is the name of the area in Tokyo where all the toy shops and stuff are. So I want to do a video on that. So that's what I've got lined up to come. So
that'd be good, Phil.
Awesome. Check that out. Yeah,
I'll definitely be keeping an eye out for that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Scott, I've got to say too, your WWF Hasbro video was freaking awesome, man.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, if anyone in the chat hasn't seen it, definitely go to Scott's channel and check out the review of Series 1 of the Hasbros. And I think I've watched it 2 or 3 times already.
Oh, really?
Awesome. Oh, yeah. That's cool.
I really appreciate it, mate. That's definitely like one of the videos that's taken longer for me to put together, just because of the different elements and and just keeping my fingers crossed that the benevolent YouTube overlords would allow some of those music clips to be included, which they cooperated with me on, so that's awesome. So I mean, if anyone's in the chat that likes the Hasbro wrestling figures, they were like, along with the Turtles, like I grew up on those. For a good 2-3 years of my life, all I did was watch wrestling VHS tapes and play with Hasbros. Yeah. So it was fun to do that video. Appreciate that though, Phil. That's awesome, mate.
That was cool, man.
Good call.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah,
sweet.
All right, well, we might wrap it up there for now. But thank you for everyone
Yes.
tuning in, checking out, and thank you again, Phil, for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me on. It's been great fun
to chat to you and find a bit more about you. So we'll definitely have to get you on the show again soon.
For sure.
Love to, guys. Yeah, it's been awesome.
Yeah. Awesome.
For sure.
Thanks everybody in the chat.
Cheers, really appreciate everyone watching along and commenting. It's a lot of fun, and you guys in the chat make it all the more fun. So yeah, Thank you very much.
100%. Thank you, everybody. Awesome. Have a great week.
All right. Next time, catch you later. Remember, keep on collecting.